Hey everyone, it's Brian Kaz here. First of all, I want to thank you for joining us on this call. We'll get started in just about a minute. We have some really exciting stuff to show off on this call here. In fact, it's the first time we've ever revealed a brand new tool that we have online ever. You guys will be able to see some pretty cool stuff. But on top of it, we'll give you lots of cool content where we can kind of show you how you can easily find tons and tons of businesses who not only can you easily sell stuff to, but who desperately need your help. And we'll show you how you can easily identify those that not only are more likely to have the most money, but at the same time. So there's a lot of you on this call, but we'll try to get to as many questions, if not all of them, at least by the end of the call. So really good stuff. So grab your favorite beverage, pull up a chair, and we'll get this show on the road. All right, guys, so let's get the show on the road. So once again, my name is Brian Kaz, and I'm joined by my friend and business partner, Sean Casey. We have some really exciting stuff to show you, including some brand new software that we've never, ever actually showed online ever. This is the first time we've ever shown it to our list, and it really does essentially everything. It makes it very easy to find desperate businesses who want to give you money, and we have a lot of great content to share with you too that I think will really open your eyes to how easy it is to actually market to businesses out there, especially when you can quickly identify those that are in most of need, of your talents or of other services that you can easily resell that we'll talk about, as well as how you can find those that, again, desperately need all that stuff right now. So how much money can you make off this? Really as much as you want for whatever online marketing services you want to sell to these businesses. If you had access to millions of leads of businesses that not only wanted your services and products, but desperately needed them, would you let them pay you? All right, so I'm seeing a lot of yeses in the chat box now. Of course you would. What if you were able to spot major issues with most of these businesses, causing them to lose thousands to potentially even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Would you just sit there like a jerk, not tell them, and not have any chance of making any money yourself? Of course not. Or would you do them a service by telling them of the problems they have and offering affordable solutions to fix them? As we'll demonstrate live in the next hour, our do-it-all lead power machine system will find prospective clients at the push of a button, identify all the problems that they have, and instantly create personalized reports to instantly send to them, help you contact them to get their attention, automatically follow up with active prospects even if you're not paying any attention, and again, we're going to give you all the steps and show you live how this is done in just a few minutes time. So you see this all live in front of you, see exactly how this works. And any problem that you'll be identifying for them, we'll show you how you can show them some solutions to fix all those. You see, businesses now are suffering from poor rankings, lack of clients, poor reputation management, crappy pay-per-click campaigns, and more. In fact, just last year, I had a landscaper that did some landscaping at my house, and he lost tens of thousands of dollars on an AdWords campaign because he didn't know how to run one. He was bidding on crappy terms worldwide instead of on a localized scale. I mean, he was bidding on terms like trees worldwide and spending, several dollars per click there and losing tens of thousands of dollars when, hey, if he just hired a pay-per-click manager for that stuff, or if someone alerted him that, hey, he wasn't really doing the smartest thing, he needs help, you could have saved that guy tons and tons and tons of money and potentially made him a lot more. Because all these places need help, and they need you to help them. And I'll show you how, even if you know nothing, you have the ability to help all of these guys. So not only are you getting paid, you're helping these people that desperately need you. and they're obviously going to pay someone for that help, so it might as well be you. On this call, we'll reveal how readily that someone who gets paid could be you. What do we know about all this? Well, here's myself and Sean on stage at the Business 2012 at the O2 Arena in London. That was a very, very large event there. There were thousands and thousands of attendees. That's a I know some of you that aren't familiar with the UK might not know, but the O2 Arena is absolutely huge there, and that's us on stage right there talking about traffic and lead generation, local marketing, and all that good stuff there. Now, as for my partner Sean Casey, he's helped over 370,000 clients to unlock the mysteries of making money online. Here's actually a photo of him featured on the cover of Business magazine right here, and he was named the 2011 Internet Marketer of the Year. As for myself, how many gurus out there can actually say that they practice exactly what they preach and have actually gotten $10,000 a month retainers or more from local businesses? Well, I actually have. In fact, I've worked with microcap companies, small and large ones. I've spoken, across the globe in the U.S., Canada, New Zealand, Australia, the UK, China, all over, on all sorts of topics from lead generation to traffic generation, SEO, and all that good stuff there. Here's a handful of wires that I've received in the past from local clients. The one at the top was for about 12 grand. That was actually a $12,000 a month contract where, again, it was basically doing fairly basic SEO and reputation management type stuff that I'll talk a bit more about on this call, and anyone here can do just that. Here are 4 almost identical business services that I've sold, because again, you don't always have to sell the high-end stuff. It's super fun to sell stuff at like 12 grand a month, but on these 4 right here, I was selling stuff ranging from about $200 to $300 a month, and it was geared more towards like smaller businesses and such. And the one on the top left, you see it just shy of 100 members. Total sales at that time was over $20,000. Now keep in mind, they're paying a monthly fee there, so that's all based on recurring income. On the bottom of that is one that's almost identical, member-wise and sales-wise. On the top right is a larger one that has 380 members, total sales over $150,000. And on the bottom left is the newest one of those, where at 128 members is over $38,000 in sales. Now, again, this is selling stuff from about $200 to $300 a month, doing just fairly basic SEO marketing type stuff. Now, you'll see at the very bottom of those, it says the commissions that I owe. Now, I left that up on purpose. You'll see that almost all of them are 0 to almost nothing compared to the total sales. Like the highest one is $640 out of over $20,000. The one at over $150,000, I only owe about $400 in commissions on that. Reason being, these weren't done with big launches, with getting JVs or anything like that. These were done by, again, going out there and marketing to businesses that need this kind of work done. So, and here's just some of the top rankings that my guys have got, for, again, our local business clients. So I have more than one SEO team and marketing team, and here's just a couple of examples from just one of them. And this one is just the examples in one city. This is in Rockford, Illinois, and this is I believe it's the 2nd largest city in the state of Illinois, second only to Chicago, which obviously is huge. Here's one for Rockford Carpet Cleaning. We're the #1 organic and #5 local. Local just means it shows up next to the map itself. Organic is the most important, and you see at the very top, those are essentially the paid ads. I know it's a bit hard to see in the color, but we're the #1 organic, which gets the most clicks right there. Here's a big one for health insurance. Illinois at the time of this right here, #3 organic, and we've gone from #2 to #6 or so for that term, because again it can vary a bit each time. But for health insurance Illinois right here, again, number 3 organic right there, which is absolutely huge. And if you say, well, how many searches does that term get? Well, according to Google's own keyword tool for that exact term right there, health insurance Illinois, there's over 40,000 searches each month. Now, if you're in the U.S. and you pay for your own insurance, you probably know that it can be fairly expensive. Fairly expensive. And if you have your employer that pays for it, or if you live overseas where you get free insurance, I can tell you now that if you're, let's say, a middle-aged family with like one or two kids, you're probably spending at least about, upwards of, up to like $1,000 or more per month. And that's for, fairly okay to decent insurance. Even crappy insurance, you'd still be paying, several $100s a month. For really good insurance, it might be, like $1,500 a month right there. So, yes, that's a lot of money that either you or your employer would be paying. So you can see how, just one client can be worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, for instance, with me, I've never had a major health issue. I've never had, a broken leg or anything weird like that. So the insurance is making a fortune off of me so far, and hopefully it stays that way. So to them, over the course of a lifetime, I could be worth over $100,000 to them, or at the very least tens of thousands of dollars in profit for them. So places like that can afford to pay tons of money to try to acquire these kinds of leads, and they have entire SEO teams devoted to just this stuff. But because, again, I'm practicing what I preach right here, and I know what I'm talking about, again, we got ranked for even very competitive terms like that, even competing with, again, multi-million-dollar budgets against multi-billion-dollar corporations. So again, I practice exactly what I preach right here. Here's a smaller business, Rockford Auto Repair, number one organic and number 1 local. Obviously, for a business like this, if you repair a car that can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, then the guys that are ranked towards the top, again, far more likely to get sales. Rockford Banquet Hall, number 1 organic, number 3 local. Here's one, Rockford Collision Repair, number 1 organic, number 1 local. So, and that's just a tiny fraction, of the clients that we've gone through and the results that we've gotten. And I'll talk, again, more about how you can sell services like that yourself in just a bit. But the question I oftentimes get is, did you miss the boat on local businesses or on local marketing? I hear lots of guys say, okay, I know that was hot, a couple years ago. Is that still hot? Guess what? It's still hot now, and it will continue to be hot. Reason being, the online is getting larger and larger and larger and larger, okay? Businesses aren't going away from online. They're going to online, okay? They're not paying for ads in the newspaper anymore. They're not paying for ads in the Yellow Book anymore. They're going online. So it's more and more important that they go online. Therefore, your business prospects are expanding, astronomically. So local marketing sounds great, but, there's a lot of guys that say local marketing is hot, but I've not just been talking about it, I've been actually doing it. And here's what the gurus don't want you to know. It's not as simple as this. I was actually at an event a few years back, and there was a guy that claimed to be a local marketing expert, and I won't name names or anything, but it was a decently well-known marketer in the field, and he was on stage talking about all this local marketing stuff, and a person in the crowd, a random person, asked basically the big white elephant in the room. They said, okay, it's great that there's all this stuff that you can sell, but how do you get those leads? How do you get them to pay attention? Okay? And he paused for a minute. He thought about it, and I thought, crap, this guy actually doesn't know how to get the attention of a business. And he paused, and he said, oh, that's easy. You just open up a phone book and start calling them. And my jaw almost dropped, because does cold calling 100 businesses a day sound like fun? If you've ever tried that, you can probably vouch for me here that that's not fun at all, okay? These businesses get called all the time, okay? They turn those guys down in a heartbeat, okay? No one likes to be sold on the phone. No one likes to talk to a sales guy on the phone who doesn't know what he's talking about, so on and so forth. That's the quickest way to get shot down in a heartbeat. And again, we obviously don't think that's the way to go either. If you want a cold call and you're good at that, great, by all means do so, but that takes a lot of skill and a lot of effort and a ton of work to do so, and we know that there's a much easier way. However, the truth is that most local businesses need help with everything related to getting leads, rankings, traffic, and customers online. But what no one ever wants to talk about, including the endless parade of gurus telling you to sell stuff to local businesses, is contacting them and getting their attention is one of the two fundamental keys to success. The other key is obviously having something valuable that they want and need, like a free analysis of their business with built-in solutions that they can offer, or other stuff that you could offer free, like a free fan page or a free mobile site, and anything to kind of get your foot in the door there. Now, here's my 4-step 1,000 or more sales marketing method, and I'll go through this step by step. And I'll also reveal a cool trick where you can turn that into a lot more money than just this right here. But we'll just start at 1,000 for the sake of this example right here. Now, you could, of course, repeat these 4 steps as often as you want. Here are the manual steps in case you want to work hard and not use our software to make this super easy. So the 4 steps to 1,000. Step 1, do a search for a local business type followed by your city. For instance, plastic surgeon, Madison, Wisconsin, from your computer. And then repeat that same search from your web-enabled smartphone. Step 2, write down the businesses that appear on page 1 of Google when you do a search from your computer, but don't appear when you do a mobile search. Because these are most likely ones without a mobile website, because Google tends not to like to rank, non-mobile sites as much when someone does a mobile search. So they like to only rank mobile-friendly sites in the mobile search, with only a few rare exceptions there. Step 3 is to contact the ones that you don't think have a mobile website and sell them a mobile website version for $500 to $1,000 or more. Later on, I'll tell you how you can get stuff like this done dirt cheap. You can get stuff like a mobile site made for as little as $5, okay? Where you again can resell this for top dollar right there. Step 4 is to profit and rinse and repeat over and over and over again as much as you want. Now here's a trick to get 10 times more doing basically the exact same thing. You can repeat the same steps, but find businesses that you could help a lot more that could afford to pay you $1,000 a month or more to handle their SEO, reputation management, pay-per-click, so on and so forth. Even if you know none of that, it's easy to outsource for fractions of the cost. For instance, you can go to Fiverr, Craigslist, marketing forums, and so forth. For instance, on Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, you can get lots of stuff done for $5, including SEO, pay-per-click setup, blog creation, Facebook fan page, mobile sites, all that stuff you can get for $5. You can also search Craigslist and find tons and tons of services that are dirt cheap. Like you can find guys that will make website for $100 to $200. You could sell, that same service for thousands of dollars. You can find guys on marketing forums like the Warrior Forum, so on and so forth. And again, I'll talk a bit more about that later and talk about some extra training we have on that too. But at the end of the day is if you give them something of value first, like a free analysis, a free fan page, a mobile site, and so forth, you really set yourself apart from everyone else that's trying to contact them that just wants their money, that doesn't want to offer any value. Because again, people can read that a mile away. So how do you grab the attention of local business owners? Well, finding good local business leads is only part of the battle. You want to make sure that you contact the decision makers. Often, these are the business owners. You want to make sure that you don't come off as annoying, which a lot of people do. The other question I oftentimes get is, do you use email, phone, or postcard? And every expert seems to have their own opinion on it. And my answer is, it's really based on two factors. One, it greatly depends upon the niche or the business type, and two, it depends on your personal preference. If you're not good on the phone, if you suck at that, and if you don't know how to get a sales guy, then focus on just email. If you don't like that and you want to do old school postcards, then do that. Personally, I prefer the email route. I don't like talking on the phone. I don't like doing sales like that. Postcards are great, but they don't really have as much interaction. So, and in a lot of markets, I find that if you email the actual owners or the decision makers, they're far more likely to write you back an email than a phone card or a postcard. Now, of course, there's always exceptions to that there, but luckily for me, email's the easiest way, and it works the best. But of course, there's all those other avenues of marketing that you can do as well. You also need to stand out from the crowd. Personalizing your message is key to do that. Talk about their business and not just, I can help you with SEO. Give examples of their rankings, their competitors' rankings, so on and so forth. But there's one trick that I've kept a secret until now that almost guarantees their attention and response, and this works insanely well. So here's the 4-step, insanely simple method to grab attention, get a response, and increase sales. And again, I'll go through this one by one. So step 1, identify potential business type or market in any specific town or city. For instance, it could be like lawyers. Ideally, go for ones that tend to have more money. Okay, don't really target business that can't even afford $100 a month. If they can't afford it, it's very hard to make that sale. So go for ones that not only can afford it, but you can have the biggest impact on. For instance, if you get them, just one more sale, that month, it could make them a huge profit. Or go for ones that you think, again, would be more likely to need a specific service that you could sell them. Like they might need a mobile site or an SEO service or stuff like that. So people that need your help right now. Step 2, go through the first 5 pages of Google and identify those businesses that either don't have a mobile website, aren't ranked all that well, and by not ranked well, I mean not in the top 3 spots on page 1 of Google. If you're not there, you're getting a lot less traffic, or guys that don't have good reviews, so on and so forth. Step 3 is to do the following. For those that aren't ranked well, record a video, and you can do this with Camtasia, which I believe is like $100 for Mac users, or I think it's like twice that for PC users, or you can use a free one called Cam Studio. I don't like as much, but that can work too. So you basically record a video of yourself showing a Google search like business type followed by city followed by state abbreviation. So you could do lawyer Madison WI for Wisconsin, and saying that you don't see them at the top of Google, and give them some actual tips on how they can improve this. For those that don't have a mobile website, create a quick mock-up of a mobile website for them, show it off in a video, and say how you can do a better finalized version if they're interested in. Again, it's worth you spending the $5 on Fiverr to get a mobile site made in this case, if that's what you're trying to sell, because again, you will grab their attention. They will have a, oh my God, this guy went out of his way and created, a mobile site for us, or oh my God, this guy went out of his way and created a mock-up of a fan page. Now they don't know that it may have only cost you $5 there, but when you're charging them, like let's say $1,000 a month or more, again, there's huge profit to be made right there. Or for those that have bad reviews, do a recording or a screenshot pointing that out and give them tips to fix that. Or give them tips on how to get good content out there for them. Again, there's businesses out there that have just 1 or 2 bad reviews that can really hurt, the sales of a business. And some reviews out there are almost jokes. Like I actually saw a dentist once, and he had, he had some good reviews, but he had a couple bad ones. And what was funny, if you read the bad ones, it's almost kind of comical. Like, there's a guy that, was saying, hey, he had, or he had to have, like a tooth pulled or a root canal, so on and so forth, and he was complaining that it hurt afterwards. And it's like, duh, like, unless you're on, pain meds afterwards, you'll probably go through a little pain there. It's not necessarily the dentist's fault, but in cases like this, people blame anyone. And even though, the dentist might be completely justified and may have done an awesome job, you can still get a bad review or two out there. And a lot of businesses don't know how to really handle that, and it's a lot easier than you might think to help them. Then you want to end the video with a way for them to contact you, or a short sales pitch on how you'll do all that work for them because you feel that they could outrank their competition and grab more clients from the internet. Now, be sure to say that their competitors are grabbing more online clients than them, and how when people are searching for them, they aren't finding them, but their competitors. Because again, that's what drives these guys crazy. They want to beat their competition. Then you can upload the video to YouTube, even as private. Then email them with a link to their video and say that you made a personalized video with some suggestions for them. Now, does this take a little extra work? Yes, but it really grabs their attention. When you're landing these high-end clients, it can really be worth it. Or even better, you can make a free report analyzing all of those areas for each one. So not just, if they have a mobile site, not just if they're not ranked, analyze everything, their reputation, the reviews, their rankings, if they have a mobile-friendly site or not, and tell them exactly what they need to do to fix each one. So identify all the problems that they have and tell them exactly what they need to do to fix each one. Then step 4 is to rinse and repeat and profit. Okay, you can also follow up with those leads a short while later, talk back and forth with them to upsell them on more, and so forth. This sets you apart from the rest of the crowd because you provide them with a ton of value, explained what they can do to rank better, so it's less of a mystery, showed them a customized mobile site you made, and told them, again, all the work that they'd have to do, but that they probably don't want to do, which is why, again, they'll hire you, because you're telling them exactly what they have to do to fix it, but no one wants to do that. They'd rather hire you. And even if you don't do any of that work yourself, you can outsource that dirt cheap. Of course, if you give them a customized report or offer them something else for free, you'll have your foot in the door, so you can sell them all kinds of other online marketing services right then and down the road as well. So what do you sell to local businesses? Most businesses are clueless when it comes to online marketing. They don't want to take the time to learn all about how to build a website, run a blog, set up a Facebook fan page, set up a Twitter account, or run anything. They would rather pay you to do it all for them. Here are some ideas of what you can sell them. And again, you don't even have to do the work yourself. A lot of these you can find guys on Fiverr and Craigslist to do this all for you very easily. You can sell SEO. You can sell website design, blog creation, website and or blog management or content, article writing and submission, pay-per-click management, Facebook fan page creation and management. That's a huge one. Twitter creation and management, online advertising management, reputation management, programming, email marketing, setup, and management. Okay, I'm sure many of you on this call either know how or can easily learn how to set up and something like an autoresponder. You can go to GetResponse or Weber or any place like that, and within a matter of minutes know how to set up an email campaign. Well, these guys don't want to take the time to do that stuff. And literally, guys, there's lots and lots and lots of more stuff that you can sell these guys. There's lots of additional services that you can do. What if you had software that could do everything for you? What if at a push of a button you could find local business leads anywhere, instantly email them for you, allow you to send custom videos that track when they're watched, and automatically follow up with the leads for you after, let you easily create mobile websites, and instantly create personalized reports to send. Well, that's exactly what Lead Power Machine does. It really gives you the unfair advantage in local and internet marketing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause the screen for just a second and give you a live demonstration. So just be a second right here. All right, just another second here as I pull up the software itself. All right, here is the software itself. And I actually have a saved search in the back that you can see as well there. So what I'll do is I'll show you a brief walkthrough of exactly what the software can do for you. So what you can do is first, you basically type in any kind of a keyword of a business type that you want a lead for. For instance, let's say you were searching for dentist, okay? You could type in a keyword like dentist, and then you can type any location in the world. If you're searching in the States, you do the town or city followed by the abbreviation of the state. So in this case, if we want to search Atlanta, Georgia, we just do Atlanta space GA, which is the abbreviation for Georgia. If you want to search outside the States, you do the city or town followed by the abbreviation of the country. So if we want to search Sydney in Australia, we do Sydney space AU. Or if we want to search London in the UK, we do London space UK. And then we can also track extra keywords that we want to see what they rank for. So in this case, I'll do cosmetic dentist. I'll do teeth whitening, and I'll do children's dentist. So these are some additional terms that we'll check to see what the rankings are for these terms on top of dentist, Atlanta, Georgia. Then we have a few options right here. I have these all checked off right now except deep search. If we have deep search checked off, it will find all the leads of that type out there. Now this can be hundreds to even thousands of leads, but it can be like a 15-minute search. So it can be a fairly long search. Whereas if we don't have that checked off, it will only find the it will find a maximum of 200 leads, or essentially the most relevant leads to that right there. So because I don't want to be here for 15 minutes, I'll just do a quick search, which takes far less time. We'll click search, and then we'll see a bunch of leads show up right here. And you'll see at the very bottom it says the total amount of leads, and again, that will go up to a maximum of about 200 leads because we only have a quick search on instead of a deep search at the same time. And then it will start to give some stats. So everywhere where it says working, we'll start to fill in with basically info. And what I'll do is I'll stop the search right now, and I'll show you one that I did actually right prior to this. So this was done maybe about a half hour prior to this call right here. And in that case, I just searched for dentist, in this case, in Madison, Wisconsin, by me. And in this case, I canceled the search at essentially 80 leads. But as you can see here, you have the name of the business on the left side. And again, you can expand that out. You can make that smaller or larger. That's up to you. You have the physical address next to that. So you can see, again, they're clearly in Madison. You have the website address next to that. If they don't have a website, we'll just say none. And you have the email addresses right there, and it will find both the email addresses that are on the site as well as ones that registered the domain itself. So it will actually give you both of those and tell you which is which. We'll also show you the rankings of the terms that you typed in, as well as the main ranking right here. So 1-1 means it's on page 1, number 1, whereas 3-2 means it's page 3, number 2 on page 3. Whereas NA means it's nowhere on page 1, 2, or 3. Then after that, if the name of the owner or the name of the person that got the domains available, it will list that. If not, it will just say none. Then after that, it will give you the phone. After that, it will say yes or no on mobile. No means they don't have a mobile friendly site. Yes means that they most likely do. So if they don't have one, that's something that you could help them do. That's something that you could sell them right there, where, you know, for like $1,000 or so, that would be a steal. After that, we'll check what their review ratings are. So we'll check, you know, review sites out there and tell you what the average, you know, is. If it's a green check plus, that means that they have some good reviews out there. If they have a yellow check, that means it's kind of iffy. They have some good, some bad ones. You know, if there's a dash, it means they have none out there. If it's a red check, like this guy right here, the check minus, that means that essentially they have a major problem. They only have bad ones. There's nothing good there. After that, it will say what they're ranked on AdWords. So this guy is, you know, number 1, the 4th one down on AdWords. NA means that they don't currently advertise on AdWords for those keywords, so they're losing, you know, potentially a lot of leads. So the cool part here is if they're not marketing on AdWords, that tells you that that's one extra thing that you could sell them. You could sell them a pay-per-click management service. And guess how long it takes to set up an AdWords account for something like a dentist? It takes you guys like 5 to 15 minutes very easily. And you can charge a monthly fee of like $300 a month easily that they'll happily pay to have you manage because they don't know how to do that stuff. Or again, you can outsource that for a few bucks very easily. But the cool part is even if they advertise on AdWords, what does that tell you? That tells you that they value internet marketing and that they have a budget to spend on it. So even those can be good leads to contact because you know that they're already spending money on their online advertising. After that, we see a column that tells you if they have a presence on Facebook. No means that they don't. Yes means that they do. So if they don't, you can sell a Facebook fan page, which again you can get done on Fiverr. After that, it will tell you if they have a Google Plus account or not right there, and again you can sell them that. After that, it tells you if they're on Yelp, which is a very big business review type site. So you see, you know, lots of them are. There's a few that aren't right there, and then again it gives you more, you know, rankings for that main term right there. So tons and tons and tons of info. And again, this works anywhere in the world. Okay, absolutely anywhere in the world. And you not only can search by any city in the world, you can also search by entire state or provinces. Now, the only downside if you search like, you know, an entire state or an entire province, you know, overseas, is that it can be a much longer search. You can also search by zip codes or postcodes. You just check off this option right here, and you can type in as many postcodes as you want, separated by comma. You can also filter through those leads down here. If you type in any keyword you want, it will only show the leads that contain that in the name itself. So tons and tons and tons of options there. And I mean, I've never seen it not find tons of good leads. In fact, let's do on this other search here. Let's do one. We'll do shoe repair. Obviously, a much smaller kind of business than a dentist there. And we'll do Sydney AU. And we'll do maybe, you know, shoe shop as a keyword to check. We'll do fix shoe and shoe repairs. That's just the first 3 words that came to my mind right there. We'll click search, and you're going to see tons of leads pouring in right here on shoe shops. And what's cool is that shoe shops, a lot of them, don't have websites. So they're more old school right there. And you see right here, I mean, over 100 leads so far, and it's still going. And again, it has a maximum of 200 leads that it will pull right there. And again, it will fill out all this info right here within the next, you know, 5 to 10 minutes or so. It will check on the rating and all that stuff one by one. So you see, like, each time it fills in right there, check minus, check plus. So here's a guy that he has a website, but his reviews are kind of sucking. He's not on Facebook, doesn't have a mobile site, so that'd be a good lead to possibly contact right there. Again, I'll cancel the search for right now. But what's cool is you can check off any of these leads that you want, and you can instantly create a customized report for them. And I'll show. And again, I mean, super easy. So you just pick if you want a full-page report or if you want a postcard one. Then you pick if you want it to be a doc file, which is essentially a Word file or PDF. And then you can also automatically type in the URL of your website because we'll have that on there as well. And I'll show you, and this takes like 30 seconds to make one, but I'll show you one that I have up here in just a second. And again, not only can you do that, but you can also check off as many of these leads as you want. You can export all of them with the click of a button, and you can import them into a very cool bonus tool that you'll get where you can easily email all those leads and instantly follow up with them too. I'll talk about that in just a bit, but yeah, again, very, very powerful stuff right there. I'll show off what the reports look like. I'll just pause the screen for a second as I pull this up here. All right, and right here we have just, this is a customized report I have of one of the Madison dentist sites where I didn't write anything here. This was all made automatically with a click of a button through this right here. And you'll see not only is it telling them what the problems are, it helps them in what they have to do to fix it. So hey, it says business and website analysis for, and it has their website right there. It says, hey, we analyzed your website for search engine rankings, yada yada. And here's some problems that they found. Problem 1 is that it's ranked number 4 on Google, which gets only 8.1% of the U.S. search traffic. Based on your low search engine ranking, you're missing out on a huge amount of free visitors you could be getting from Google and other search engines. Here's a few reasons, why the low rankings are hurting you. 3 of your competitors rank higher. Here's some stats on the amount of traffic that each ranking gets. And then after each problem, like it says, hey, here's problem 1, it gives a solution. So the solution here is your website should be analyzed for proper on-page SEO factors, including having proper title tags, keyword use, and H tags, review the content for relevancy, yada, yada, yada. Gives them some useful tips right there. Problem 2, your site isn't mobile friendly, which again means that they're missing out on over half of all searches to local businesses on smartphones. Give some more info right there. The solution, set up a mobile friendly version of their website, and it talks about how that can increase rankings, so on and so forth. Problem 3, your reputation currently is only 2 stars on sites like Google and Yelp. You ideally want to be 4 to 5 stars to get the most clients. On top of that, there are questionable rankings for your business that you might want to address. The solution, perform a comprehensive review of the top review sites and analyze the results, yada yada. Problem 4, you're not listed on Google, or no, you are listed on Google+, but things are missing from your listing there because you haven't properly set up your listing. So it knows that they're listed, but it also knows that stuff is missing. And it talks a bit about that, and then the solution there, they can fix their listing by providing all the detailed info in the proper format, yada, yada, yada. And it says, luckily you qualify for a free consultation where you can not only tell you how to easily fix these issues, but how it can also be hands-free for you if you want, then tells them how they can go to your website for more info right there. And again, you can customize any of that stuff that you want right there. This is done in just one click right here, and every business will be different because their rankings, what's wrong with them, what's good with them, all that stuff will change from business to business. So this is a report that you could actually email them or send them in the mail, completely up to you. You can also do a postcard version, which I made a little larger right here, so you can basically see it, and you can mail these out as a postcard. So this just gives a basic overview, like hey, you only rank at two in Google, and hey, your site loses mobile traffic, and blah blah blah. So it gives a bunch of info right there that you could turn into a postcard and send to them. But all, again, very, very powerful stuff. We even have a feature where you can search Groupon, which is a major coupon site, and you can find all the leads of businesses that are advertising on Groupon too. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that, again, they understand the power of marketing online, and they're probably getting a lot more clients right now that are searching for more info on them. So again, they understand the value of marketing, they're getting clients, and they're, again, more likely to want to take action to fix their problem. So really very, very powerful stuff right here. And again, works anywhere in the world, okay? Works in the U.S., works outside the U.S., works on a small town of 100 people and on a large city of 10 million people. It's completely up to you, and it will find all the leads there. And what's cool is updated info on those businesses too. So it's not like you get stuff that's never updated, that's super old stuff. This is all, again, recent stuff, all here checked again in real time. So what I'll do, I'll just pause the screen for a second as I go back to the PowerPoint here. Alrighty. All right. So here's just some screenshots there of just some other search terms I've done, like, here's restaurant for Boston, Massachusetts, where, see, in this case I have a deep search done, and there's close to 900 leads there. Again, you saw all that stuff right there. And here is one of the bonuses that you get. You actually get access to Track My Event. This is one where you can create like a customized video essentially on your own, or just send out an email. You don't have to have a video. It can be a link to essentially anything. And it will tell you exactly who watched your video or who clicked your link. And what's even cooler is that you can instantly import leads off a Lead Power Machine into this tool right here, and you can create a custom email that goes out with your link or to your video and all that stuff right there. And on top of that, you can automatically send a follow-up email after they've watched your video or clicked your link. And you can choose if you want to send it out a half hour after, an hour after, or 2 hours after. The reason why we don't have it be sent instantly after is because it looks like a robot did that. So if they watch a video and 2 hours later they see an email that says, oh, hey, I see you watched the video I made for you. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Something easy like that. They view it as, wow, this guy's pretty cool. He made all this stuff for me. He's following up with me. At the very least, they're going to write you back and have some back and forth there, and you're far more likely to land that sale there. So Lead Power Machine really is your secret weapon to dominate any local market. And by local, I mean anywhere in the world. You can easily locate local businesses anywhere in the world. You can discover businesses who don't have websites, aren't ranked well, have poor reviews, don't advertise, aren't mobile friendly, so on and so forth. You can own an ever-changing real-time list of businesses that include email, phone, physical address, names, websites, if they're mobile friendly or not, what the reviews are like, so on and so forth. You can find the top prospects to sell to. You can create automated contact list. You can instantly email their leads with a touch of a button. You can use the integrated Track My Vid to send video via email, see who watches them, and automatically follow up with them. And you can create personalized reports within seconds. That's huge, guys. You can literally create personalized reports in seconds at a click of a button, and lots more. Lead Power Machine works both on PCs and on Macs. I actually demoed this on a Mac, but it works on PCs as well. It gets you leads of businesses based on any keyword in any location in any country. And they're also browser-based and work from anywhere in the world that you can get online. There's a multitude of ways that you can profit. You can find businesses who don't rank well. You can find businesses who need websites. You can find those who do or don't have a mobile version of their site. And you can find businesses who need reputation management help, which is a huge one. You can sell business-to-business leads for top dollar. You can find all the contacts in entire markets, online and offline, to market to, and you can automate the entire process. Lead Power Machine is new software that is not for sale to the general public, only by private invitation to a call like this one. And this is the only planned call that we're currently doing on it. So we don't have plans for any future calls just here right now. As such, we're going to cut you guys in on a super sweet deal, but here are some testimonials from some earlier software of mine that does about 1/5 of what Lead Power Machine does, and it's sold for more than the deal you're going to get today. But first, guys, of course, here's just a quick disclaimer here. The testimonials that you'll see here, that doesn't mean like the average guy will do anything like this. We don't actually track the results of every user, and of course, at the end of the day, it's what you do with that right there. But here's just some of the ones that we've got. Here's one. This is actually a newer one that we got. This guy says we have closed large businesses. He says your software is the most diverse lead generation tool I have used. I've used it for both a local internet marketing company as well as a network marketing business, and it has generated quality leads and new signups. Anytime we are traveling to new area and want to start making contacts with professionals that would like to learn more about our network marketing company, we just do a search in your software. We have used this method as we travel overseas and here in the U.S. We just simply do a search for the industry and start sending emails and scheduling appointments. We have closed large businesses this way for both companies we own. If you're looking for a reliable marketing tool that will generate new leads day in and day out, this is the only way to go. And this is Kyle Kirschbaum right here. And what's cool is he used it not only to get local businesses, he also used it for network marketing. He used it to find other network marketing leads and stuff. And that's a use that I never even thought of until he said it right here, and he was actually doing exceptionally well with that right there. I mean, insanely well with that right there. So they can open up a whole new business if you're into that stuff as well there. Here's another one. Doubled my business. When I started working with small business owners, I spent hours, days, and even weeks sorting through contact info to get phone numbers of the attorneys I wanted to work with. With one click of the button, I've recouped all that wasted effort. I'm focusing my efforts on talking to the new clients instead of researching them. Since your software, I have literally doubled my business. This is Mike Baker. Here's one. Hundreds of thousands of leads. Your software is a dream come true for me. We provide our call center with hundreds of thousands of names and phone numbers each week. I used to pay thousands for this data. My call center team was so impressed with the accuracy of the data that it provides that they decreased my cost by almost half, and that's just one use for it. This is Chris B. Here's one. Takes it to a whole new level. Your software is an amazing product. I mean, what else is out there that can bring you this much information, the kind that you can actually take action on and either improve your own business or that of your clients to expect you to help them. This takes lead generation to a whole new level. And he goes on to say, not only can I highly recommend this product for its sheer power, but also, as importantly, for the multitude of ways you can use it to generate revenue. If you're creative, then it's flexible enough to help you get the info you need to pull them in. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 unless you are armed with this. Your software is my weapon of choice. Thanks, kudos, and keep them coming. This is Ross Brazovar. Here's one. Generate over $5,500 in the first 6 weeks. He says, I teamed up with a salesman who called the leads that I generated from your software and made over $5.5 grand in the first 6 weeks. Plus, I had 3 additional sales pending, each for similar amounts using your software. Both my salesman and I find the leads very easy to use and very effective. This is Bradley Wilson. So he made over $5.5 grand in the first 6 weeks. Plus, he had 3 additional sales pending, each for comparable amounts. So that could be over $20,000 again right there. And that's a guy that didn't even market anything himself. He just teamed up with a sales guy to do so. But if you want to take the easy route and just email those guys, again, you can. It's completely up to you. You don't have to email them, or you don't have to call them. You don't have to email. It's completely up to you which route you want to go there. So not only are we going to give you access to Lead Power Machine today, but we'll also give you 4 awesome free bonuses as part of this complete system right here. And in fact, it's a special deal. I'll even throw in a completely unannounced 5th one. So free bonus number 1 right here, Track My Vid. Track My Vid, you get a premium account with instant integration to easily email leads, track which videos are watched or which emails are actually opened and clicked on, and instantly follow up with them automatically. It revolutionizes email and video marketing, and we make it so, again, it's CAN-SPAM compliant as well. The value of this is $300 per year. You get this for free. Bonus 2, free priority support. You get access to top-notch support that will always get back to you in 1 business day or less. This is a top team that is U.S.-based and working full-time. This is not cheap, unhelpful support that will never address your issues. They'll get back to you and fix your actual problems fast. Bonus 3, you get a special training call that we'll do. Next week, we'll do a special training live call, and if you can't make the live one, we'll record it as well, and we'll give you some of the fastest tips to making money with the Lead Power Machine tool. You'll learn how to sell services for more, where to find services to resell, simple tasks you can do and charge a lot for, and more. The value of this is over $1,000. It's a special training call based on all the methods that we do, where I'll show you how not only you can easily sell existing stuff out there, but how if you want to, you can do some of the super easy stuff yourself that, again, you can charge literally thousands of dollars, even thousands of dollars a month for. Special bonus 4, you get prior lead software training. With our prior local lead tools, we have trainings that will pass on to you for free. They're still highly relevant here, and they apply to Lead Power Machine as well. So we're throwing this in as an added bonus right here. The trainings are easily worth over $1,000 right here. And Sean and I weren't going to actually do this, but we have a very special bonus 5 that we don't even have a slide for it right now, because we'll probably actually edit this out at some point. But as a very special bonus, we actually have a brand new tool, which we just got the current beta for, and the live version will be out in probably about a week's time or so, that literally makes very, very easy mobile sites in minutes. So literally you can start from scratch and make a mobile-friendly site in a couple minutes time, all insanely easy, even if you're not a tech guy. So you don't even have to hire guys to make a mobile site if you want to sell. You can make a quick one in a matter of minutes that you can go around and sell to these guys and keep 100% of the profit there. Now, something like this normally would have a monthly fee. You get it completely for free just as a bonus. So that's not only 4 free bonuses, you get 5, and they have a total value of over $4,500. But you only get the 4 free bonuses and the special 5th one if you act right now. So what is the deal exactly? Prior to this call, Lead Power Machine has only been available as part of an exclusive $24,997 and $9,997 packages. So you could only get it as part of a 25 grand or 10 grand package. It was not available anywhere else. It was something that was essentially only included in that. No one outside of that has ever had the opportunity to have access to it until right now, right here. And we're fairly certain that we won't be selling this at the special price that we're doing here now, again, outside of this call. In fact, we plan on selling this for at least double what you'll be offered here, and that's even if we ever sell this, and even that is a steal of a deal, considering all the stuff that it can do right here, considering that just one lead can be worth thousands of dollars to even thousands of dollars a month for you. But only for right now, right here, you can get the unfair advantage with Lead Power Machine, where you can get the do-it-all software for half off today. And again, there's only a limited number of licenses available. And to get that, you have to go to leadpowermachine.com/special. Again, that's leadpowermachine.com/special. We have two options available for you. We have an annual license where it saves you some, or we have a quarterly license if that's more in your budget as well. But if you go the full year, that you'll save some off that right there. And again, that's leadpowermachine.com/special. Plus, you can get our 100% money back guarantee. Try the Lead Power Machine system for the next 30 days to get all the free leads you want. Contact all the leads, track all the leads, and follow up with them, and use everything for the next 30 days. But if you're not happy for any reason, simply let us know for a courteous and prompt 100% refund. Plus, even if you get a refund, we insist you keep all the free leads you get as our gift to you for trying out Lead Power Machine today. We're willing to take all the risk because we're confident that if you'll use Lead Power Machine, you'll get great results with it. So again, to get the unfair advantage of Lead Power Machine, to get it all for you right now, to get it all done, and to get half off today, plus have a 30-day 100% money-back guarantee, making it completely risk-free, you have to go to leadpowermachine.com/special. And I want you guys to consider this. Okay? Not only do we have training stuff in place to help you right here, not only do we have a special bonus call training next week where we'll show you exactly how you can sell services to those guys, exactly the best and fastest ways to make money with the software. But on top of that, guys, consider that just one lead that you convert into a sale can be worth more than the asking price of the software right here. Just one lead could be worth thousands of dollars to you, in some cases even thousands of dollars per month. And again, we're guys that, we don't just preach this stuff. Again, we practice what we preach to. And I give you, again, hands-on experience and training with that, including a special call next week, which you'll have access to. And again, it's all risk-free for 30 days. So again, you can try it out. If you don't like it, or you don't like the training or anything like that, let us know and get 100% of your money back. So you can invest right now, get access to the software today, get access to the immediate training we have right now, get your feet wet and all that, and next week you can jump on our exclusive live training call, or you can get the recording of it a day after that. And if you don't like it, if you're not happy, if you don't get the results that you want, which I know that you will, you'll again get 100% of your money back. Okay, so it's completely risk-free to you. You can keep all those leads, you can keep all the training, all that stuff completely on us just for trying it out. And again, guys, just one sale can make more than your money back right here, and we'll even give you the training on how to do all that stuff right there. We'll show you how you can do services yourself that are easy, that you can sell for top-notch, how you can find guys out there that you can outsource for dirt cheap, like how you can find guys on Fiverr to make something for $5 that you can sell for way more. And even with the special bonus of the mobile site maker, we'll show you how, again, you can make a mobile site that you can turn around and sell for $1,000 or more that people will love you for because you're doing them a service. And again, what's cool with the software, what I like the absolute most, is it will not only find you just any business lead out there, any type, anywhere in the world, but on top of that, it can identify those that most need your help. Those that have problems, with reviews, problems with rankings, problems with not having a Facebook presence, or all sorts of stuff like that. And you are actually doing them a disservice by not helping them, by not making them aware of what they need and what you could help them with. Even if you're completely new, I guarantee you, you'll be perfectly fine. Even if you don't know how to do any of those services, it's okay, because the training will help you with all that right there. I'll show you how exactly you don't have to be the one doing the service to get that all done. And again, it's risk-free, 30-day money-back guarantee. And again, that's the coolest part here. You can, you can actually help businesses that most need you, and at the same time are willing to pay you for it. You can identify the best of the best ones and the ones that most need you, and it's really a win-win, guys. Okay, so if you can get paid hundreds a month or even 1,000 a month or more to a business that you can realistically help, and we'll even show you how any business out there, any one of you on this call can easily help. It's a win-win. You help them, and again, they pay you. It's really the best kind of relationship out there that can possibly happen. You can feel good about everything that you do because you're helping all these guys out that desperately need you, that desperately need your help. And again, you can try the software and the training and the special call next week, which we give some valuable info away that we don't give out at all anywhere else. You can get that all and have it be 100% risk-free for 30 days at a special half-off deal right now. Today. This is the lowest price you will ever see on this. I guarantee you that, but you have to act right now, and you have to go to leadpowermachine.com/special. As long as that link works and is available, that means that this deal is still on. When it's done, it is done, okay? So again, you have to jump on it right now, leadpowermachine.com/special. And again, all these tools work on a Mac as well as a PC, so as long as you can go online, you're perfectly fine right there. So again, you want to go to leadpowermachine.com/special. Sean, I know you've been answering tons and tons of questions. If there's any questions that have popped up or any common ones you've seen, feel free to shout those out, and we'll try to get some of those answered here.
All right, Brian, great job. Awesome software. We're getting a lot of great comments from everybody, and people just, I think some people's jaws dropped, if such can be said, about from the comments that everybody's been typing in. So it really is amazing, and when I saw the results of what our programmers have put together, it's really impressive, Brian. You applaud you because you've yet again created an even better cutting-edge tool to help people to get exactly what they need to be able to contact and work with local businesses in any niche. So one of the questions, Brian, is, we get all the time, and so I want to clarify, first of all, what countries this works in, and I want to clarify that with you because we get people, who obviously believe that it works in, primarily English-speaking country like the United States or the United Kingdom or Australia, but, I want to assure you, that it works in Argentina and Brazil and Uruguay and France and Spain and Germany and all these other countries. It's going to work in all of those countries to generate leads. So it doesn't matter what country you're in or what country you're targeting. Somebody did have a very specific question about China, and because of the character difference in the alphabet, I wanted to ask you that question on the call as to whether or not it actually works in China.
So again, right here, this is certain sites like Yelp and stuff like that, and Facebook, so on and so forth. Those are geared a bit more towards essentially the English market, but it can work anywhere in the world, with that, regardless if it's the U.S. or Argentina or Mexico or Australia or the U.K. or Iceland or anywhere. In terms of China, you could do a search, but stuff like Facebook and the search terms like that wouldn't be as relevant and wouldn't work there because there's certain factors and stuff that just aren't used in China, if that makes sense.
So the answer for China is it ain't going to be great, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is because we can't do everything for this price. Because this is an awesome price to be able to generate leads like this, and for those people here in business who've bought leads before, if you wanted to buy the current list of business leads for anything. I mean, if I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I want to buy the list of real estate companies, I'd have to go out and spend a bunch of money to do that. And then, if I want to buy the updated list, I'd have to go spend money and do that again. And every time I wanted to buy a list, I'd have to pay more money. And one of the incredible features about this software is that it's generating this list in real time. That's why you see it pull up the information, and then you see it populate, and you see that it's working, and it's filling in all the blanks in the matrix. And so it's generated real time. So if there's business information that is updated today, tomorrow you would get that updated information. This is not pulling from a static database. It doesn't get out of date. It doesn't get old. It's always on par with whatever the current information is available that we can pull from the many sources that we pull and collate this information from. When it comes to analyzing the website, when it comes to looking at search engine rankings, when it comes to reading the reputation, all of that is done in real time, so it's always up to date. It isn't a month ago or a year ago or 6 years ago. It's what the current information is for all of that stuff today. So it's an incredibly powerful, up-to-date tool, and the fact that you can generate these marketing and sales reports is truly amazing. So I want to be able to do that. So we have a bunch of people asking questions. Manfred wants to know if it's going to produce the report in the local language. Manfred, as long as it's English, the answer is yes, because we can't possibly program multiple languages. Well, we could, but we're not going to, because that's way too extensive for us to do. But you can translate it, into your local language, and once you've translated the template part of it, you could essentially go and fill in the blanks if you had to with the information for specific people. But we can't, at this time, at least, do it in different languages. Well, yes, you can use the software, at home office on your laptop. We do have limitations that are going to pop up, and if you get, blocked because you've opened it up in one too many places, just contact support and explain to them, that you've got multiple computers you're using in different parts of your business, and we'll work with you and clear that up. So that's not a problem. A couple people have asked, does this do the same things as what WebFire does? WebFire, for those of you who don't know, another suite of software tools that Brian and I produced and own, is completely unrelated to what Lead Power Machine does. WebFire is focused on helping you generate search engine rankings and online traffic to a website. This is completely different. This is going directly to pulling businesses. The software is downloadable. It's not only downloadable, you have to download. You're going to download and install it. You're going to get a license key to use it. It works on both PCs and Macs. Brian was just demoing it on Mac. We have a lot of Mac users as customers. Most of our programmers work on Macs, so they're fluent in both Mac and PC speak, so it works on both, and you're not going to have any problem at all using that. Let me see what else. Someone was asking about, how extensive is the training? The training is really extensive. It is not just, this is how to use the software, install it, turn it on, hit a button. Brian goes through some extensive training on how to use it, how to get the best results, the best leads, sort it out. But he also has extensive training on what to do with this information, how to contact the business, different things that you can, ways to approach them, follow up with them, close deals, all that kind of stuff. And then, as he mentioned, next week he's going to do a brand new training webinar, because this really is the first time we've released Lead Power Machine anywhere, and he's going to do the brand new training he talked about next week about, really showing you exactly how you can sell different services based upon these reports and things to local businesses if you're not already. That's going to be a live webinar he's going to do next week. We haven't actually scheduled it yet. I had a couple people ask about the time, and I don't know. One day next week. But if you can't make it, we're going to record it anyway. It's going to be archived, and it'll be permanently in the Lead Power Machine members area, so you can review it, whenever you're ready. Even if you're on the live call, you can, watch it again if you need to get more information. If you need additional help beyond the extensive training materials, We have a full-time, world-class support team. The person who runs my support's been with me like 13 years now and is the head of support. And so, we've got people that are able to help you answer questions if you run into a problem using the software, which is unlikely. But more probably, and I'm not sure how to pull the information I want, then they're going to be there and ready, willing, and able to help you solve those issues. As soon as you complete your purchase, you're going to get an instant receipt. You're going to get an email that's going to give you the access information to immediately access the software, so that you literally, before I finish yakking, could be downloading the software and installing it on your machine and using it. I do suggest you do watch the training videos. This is for all the guys. We like to skip directions, don't look at the map. If you watch at least the basic training video, it's just going to help you use the software better and more efficiently and not be frustrated because you're doing something that isn't obvious to you, but will be after you watch the video, and you'll be able to do great with it. So we're pulling all that information for you. Let's see what else we've got here. Brian, I know you're answering some more stuff along the way. Sorry, I'm just going back through trying to explain or see what else we've got. Yeah, somebody was asking, will Lead Power Machine find customers for or potentially distributors interested in a multi-level marketing opportunity? And the answer is to that actually yes and no, because that reminded me of something that somebody is doing with it, who is one of the testimonials that Brian had read from a guy named Kyle. And so Kyle is a fairly successful rep, he and his wife, for a health product company. They work in essential oils and related things. And one of the things that he uses Lead Power Machine for is to find leads of businesses in a specific market where he's looking to expand their business, and that are going to be people that would be potential sellers of things like essential oils. So for instance, a spa, where you could go in and get a massage or aromatherapy, or you get, whatever, that kind of stuff. And, or a nail salon or any of those kind of things, right? So you can go to those people and explain to them how, number one, they could make money and have a retail business, recommending and selling these high-quality products to their customers. And number two, they could turn many of those customers into distributors after they show the people the product and tell them the success they've had with it and other people have. And simply by saying to those customers, so you can buy this for the retail price of, $50 or whatever, or if you want to become a member, you can, be buying all your products, at a discount, because as a member you get, the discounted, for lack of a better term, call it the wholesale price. And so there's a great opportunity to, both have retail as well as somebody building, the distributorship in your downline that way. And he's been very successful doing that. And I can tell you that if it was me and I was taking business trips around the country, which happened to coincide with places I wanted to go on vacation, I'd certainly be finding businesses in the local area that I needed to visit and do at least a short presentation and conversation with in just that regard, because then, you have a reason to take a business trip to, the ski resort area where they have all the spas to talk to them about your opportunity, for example, if you're in, health product side. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. And one of the things that if you're a little bit more creative, obviously you'd love to have this, generate the list of all the people ready to give you $10,000. Wouldn't everybody like that? Absolutely. But life doesn't work that way, okay? And frankly, if we had a machine that generated the list of people ready to give us $10,000, we wouldn't tell anybody. We'd just go sell and take all their money, right? So in the real world, we've got to go out there and we've got to find businesses, and we've got to, do a little work, and we've got to, compete with other people. And the way that we do that more successfully than other people, and that you should look to do too, is to leverage the power of software, and then to try to be a little creative, like what Kyle's doing in what he's doing. He's not going after, for the most part, one, individual person at a time, as much as going to a company where he can leverage his time and resources to build their business. And their downline does millions of dollars in sales a year for this company because of what they've built. And anytime you can take something as powerful as Lead Power Machine that's going to find and generate all this information, there's a lot of different ways to make it work depending upon what you're trying to sell. And you just got to take some time to put the effort in and to put those pieces together with everything that we've got there. Now, if you've got questions we haven't answered, be sure to put them in the chat box. We can get things rolling along for you, and we'll go from there. And Brian, do you have anything else that we need to answer along the way?
I've been answering a lot of questions here. Some of the things I see are, does the special discount price get locked in if they sign up right now? And that's yes. So the special deal for the annual license or the quarterly license, you get locked in at the special rate. Of course, you can cancel any time, but it's not like, next year we'll raise the price twice as much on you. So if you sign up right now, you're locked in at that price, even when the price itself raises for the new guys. So you definitely get locked in at that right there. And yes, if you have like a laptop and a work computer and all that, you can have that on multiple locations. That's all fine. We just kind of search for like if there's a person that has it on like 20 laptops. Obviously, that's more than just personal use right there. But it's all fine within reason right there. And there was a couple guys that asked on WebFire. So WebFire and this are, again, as Sean said, they're completely different, but what's cool is WebFire can complement this. So you can use this to get tons of business leads, and with WebFire, you can use it to do stuff like SEO services and all that fun stuff right there. So you can actually sell services that you can do with WebFire through this. So it's kind of a pretty cool combo right there. And of course, WebFire is very, very affordable as well right there. All right. And yes, of course, it's a Mac as well as PC. And as far as the bonus software like the Track My Vid, that is web-based. So again, as long as you can go online, you can use our software, so that won't be a problem right there. All right, let's see. I'm just answering a bunch of questions here. All right. And Sean, if you see anything new, feel free to jump in. And yes, so this person just asked how many licenses that they get with this. We allow you to use this for basically your personal and business use. So if you have it on like a personal laptop and on like a work computer, it's fine if you have it on like 2 or 3 computers. But if we find that you have it on a ton of them, obviously that's more than personal use right there, and you need an extra license. But anything within reason is fine right there. All right, and yes, the normal price that we would do on this would be about $2,000 a year, and that'd be a special deal. But right here, you get it for half off, so it's only $997 per year. Or if that's or if it's more within your budget, we have a quarterly license as well, where you pay every 3 months as well. There for a lower price, but of course you can save more if you go for the whole year right there. And yes, again, you are locked in at the special price right there. You can cancel anytime. And of course, you always have a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. All right. And, again, guys, think of it like this. One good lead following just 1 or 2 of the tips that we can give you in our training can actually result in hundreds of dollars a month, even thousands of dollars a month. So one good sale can make several times more than what the asking price of the software is right here. And that's the way you need to view this investment right here. If you follow through on this, if you believe in yourself and you take action using our software, again, you can make amazing results with this, and we're here to help you. We actually practice this stuff. We know what we're talking about here. We've been marketing, again, a very, very long time right here. And of course, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. As far as how long this offer will be available, it won't be available for long. So again, this is very limited time offering that we'll have on this right here, because again, we only want to basically test our list on this and just get like a handful more users in that. So once the doors are shut, the doors are shut right there. But of course, you can try it out for 30 days completely risk-free. Just go to leadpowermachine.com/special. Okay. So, and as far as, so there's a question here about, what if they don't know how to do, these kinds of services and so forth? Well, one, we'll have training that will basically cover just that. But two, you get a tool like Webfire, and that can do stuff like SEO for you. So again, and then you can sell services through that, to these leads that you get through here. But we'll have tons of training on that. You can also outsource that stuff to other guys on Fiverr and Craigslist. We'll talk about all that stuff as well. But again, you don't even have to worry about that right there. All right. So all right, see here. And yes, it's Mac as well as PC. And yes, again, it's backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. There's no fine print there. There's no requirements there. You can write back and say you don't like the color of the software and you want a refund. That's perfectly fine. It's a lame excuse, but it's perfectly fine. So any reason at all does not matter to us. You can try it out for a whole month. You can take advantage of all the training, including the special call, next week, and special bonuses and all that stuff, and still get 100% of your investment back. Because again, it's a risk-free, and again, you really want to treat this as again, just one good lead can be worth way more than the asking price right here is. And if you follow through on what we're actually doing, you can get the results that you want. Because again, you are doing a disservice to these other businesses out there by not helping them, by not making them aware of the problems that they have and the money that they could be losing. You are doing them a giant disservice right now that you could be helping them. You could be fixing them, where it's a win-win. You get paid by them, and you could make them a lot more and solve the problems that they have that are easy fixes for you to do, which again we'll cover in our special training and all that right there. So again, you want to jump on the special deal, and to do that, you have to go to leadpowermachine.com/special. Sean, is there anything else you want to add before we end the call here?
Yeah, I can tell from the questions a lot of people are sitting on the fence. They're like, well, I'm not sure if it's going to work for what I'm going to try to do. That's why we give you the unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. Look, we know that some of you are like, well, I don't know if it'll work, and can I use it, and is it too hard to use? And no, it's not. And so we have an ironclad, no questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee. So, if you're thinking, well, I think it could work, and this could be awesome, but I'm a little tentative, you need to buy the software. Use it all you want to for the next 30 days. Generate leads, download files, do whatever you want to do, test it all out, check out the training, join us for the special webinar next week, all that stuff. And hey, if you don't like something, anything, whatever reason, the supermoon is too big next month, whatever, just contact us, get a refund. We've been in business for 15 years online. We're not going anywhere. Lots of very happy customers. We continue to have happy customers. This one doesn't work out, we'll sure you'll come back and buy one of our other software products down the road. That's fine. Okay? We only want happy customers. But, it's completely up to you and completely optional whether or not you keep it. But if you never try it, you're not going to know how awesome it is and how great it's going to work. So, I appreciate, why you'd hesitate, and, that you're just trying to make sure that you're doing the right thing, but, you're taking a no-risk step that gives you the opportunity to get all of the business leads that you need to drive your business. Without leads, you're not going to go make any sales. You're not going to go make anything happen. You guys need to go generate leads in your business, and this is the best way to go and do that. So, we really suggest you take advantage of this opportunity. Go generate these leads while you can. Do so easily, literally at the push of a button. You saw Brian do this live. I mean, can't fake it. Couldn't fake it, because there are already people that are downloaded this software while I've been talking, like I said, and are generating leads right now. So we're doing the same thing in just a few minutes. Get the software. You can hold our feet to the fire that it works. More than happy to honor the guarantee if for any reason you're not happy, but it works. You're going to love it. It does everything Brian showed you and more, so you're going to absolutely love that. So it's great. It's great. All right, so we're good, and be looking forward to it. If you have any questions that we didn't answer, you can email us at support@Lead Power Machine. If you have any issues or anything else, we'll let you know what's the answers are if you contact us by support, and we'll be able to take care of stuff. And Brian, you're answering those questions. Good. So I can just keep talking for a minute. If you have any last questions, throw them in that chat window real quick so we can answer them. But other than that, we're going to wrap it up. We appreciate everybody's time and attention. I really appreciate all you guys that have jumped on board and joined us in this exciting venture. It's a lot of fun to be helping people succeed in their business like we are here. So really look forward to working with you guys, and we'll have a very exciting training webinar next week. So Brian, we are ready to rock and roll. AZ, we don't know when the training is yet. We will email you that most likely tomorrow, but we haven't scheduled it yet. We literally had to get through this week, which has been a whole lot of stuff going on with us just getting ready to do this, first global release of the software. So we apologize, I can't tell you yet, but we will get that out to you tomorrow. And if for any reason you don't hear that, just contact support, and we'll be there. So thank you, everybody. Brian, I'll let you have the final words.
All right, Sean. So again, this is only a limited time offering right here. Won't be available for long, especially at the half-off deal where it's only $9.97 per year. That's an insane deal right there. Or if it's more within your budget, you can do the license every 3 months as well. But to grab that, you have to go to leadpowermachine.com/special. Again, all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. And again, you need to start helping these businesses. We'll show you exactly how. So jump on board now, completely risk-free, and we'll talk to you guys soon. So take care and talk to you soon. Bye.